I would actually like to speak up in favor of rheumatology. It's a specialty that, even though it's not well known, is still one of the great ones, right? Rheumatologists may not save people's lives, although sometimes they do restore quality of life, and that's a very precious thing when you don't have it. They work small miracles, and that's true. That really happens. Small miracles or big miracles, like someone leaving a wheelchair behind or being able to hold their children again, lower a window blind, brush their teeth, things we take for granted that we can do, but with a joint disease are very difficult to manage. In rheumatology, we have about half a dozen additional tests that can help us support a diagnosis, but the diagnosis, the key to the diagnosis lies with the patient, with the examination of the patient and the patient's medical history. Based on that, we put together a puzzle, often a very complicated one with many missing pieces, but it's the puzzle of diagnosis that allows us to provide the right treatment. Without this, it's impossible to work those small miracles. In that sense, I consider myself privileged because I have that time and I make the most of it with the patient to get the information that I believe is key to being able to help them. This really is something that nowadays is not common because we live in a very fast-paced world. However, for me, this is the essence of medicine. I can't imagine doing it any other way than by dedicating the time a patient deserves, to study them sometimes during the consultation and sometimes outside of it, until we find the key to their solution. Teamwork is essential. Really, I'm lucky to be surrounded by professionals with extraordinary talent who help me every day, both with diagnosis and treatment. The interdisciplinary combination, the dialogue has a synergistic effect. It's not just additive. In other words, and the only one who benefits from this is the patient. Therefore, if I had the opportunity as a patient to have access to this possibility where I am at the center and a group of well-trained professionals work for me, I wouldn't let it go to waste.